Deep in the dark, dark caverns of the mysterious SCP Foundation, there is a creature so horrible, so deadly that no human contact is allowed. SCP-352, also known as BABA Yaga, is dastardly. It will break your nervous system, but worse, it will eat you alive. It especially likes eating babies. But chill guys, SCP-352 is a work of fiction. Or is it? What if it was out there waiting to strike? Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions, the channel that loves a deep dive into the SCP Foundation because horror makes for entertaining videos. I'm your creep-tastic host Rebecca Felgate, and today I'm asking, what if SCP-352 is real? Short answer, we would kill old ladies. Long answer, well, stay tuned. Before we get into this video though, why don't you let me know what your biggest fear is? Mine is absolutely and categorically jelly, especially jelly made by nature like frog spawn and the like. Wah, freaks me out. Sea jelly is a hard no, frog jelly is a harder no. Let me know all of your creeps in the comment section down below. Alright, let's get some old lady emojis on the go down there too, just to ward off a few evil SCP spirits. Check out the description box for our source links and also the links to the people who went into making this video. Let's get into this. SCP-352, what have you got for me today? You make me wish I never asked. According to SCP lore, 352 was found in southeast Russia following reports of an enchanted forest harboring a witch. It is easy to see why SCP-352 or Baba Yaga was seen as a witch. She appears as a decrepit old lady, small and withered, witchy. She is reclusive and exudes an aura of evil, indeed rather like witches of lore, classic witch. But there is more. Not only is she a witch-like woman found in a forest, she has a rather unusual skill. It seems she can grow long, nearly invisible body hairs replete with a nervous system-destroying enzyme. She has been known to use these hairs to spin a web and wait for prey to walk into it. Prey. Yes, I did say prey. After they enter her sticky little hair web, she then tears a person limb from limb and eats them alive. Hip hip hurrah! All the fun of the fair, right? Well actually, maybe. It seems those affected with the enzyme are noted to be euphoric and lacking in any pain sensations. So yeah, you would die horribly, but you probably wouldn't feel anything if that's any consolation. So how would you spot the flesh-eating spider witch? Well, it seems she utters expletives and threatens people under her breath in a thick Russian accent. But she can also lift very heavy objects and run at circa 70 miles per hour. So if you spot a heavy lifting, fast moving oldie, or perhaps even a hostile old Russian lady, then I would personally steer clear. It's not like you can dial up the SCP Foundation and get them to contain her. They're a secret organization, rather a lot like the Men in Black. That being said, I bet that the Foundation is always watching. I bet that they're listening to these videos. All you would need to do is tweet that you saw a fast old lady lifting a car, and they would be on it like a car bonnet. They'd be straight to contain that witch. But wait, if SCP-352 was real, then according to the Foundation, she is already contained. Can we breathe a sigh of relief? She was said to have been plucked from the Russian forest after massacring a town, and she's now said to be in a sealed room and fed once weekly by a robot. The reason being, if a human comes into contact with the fine hair that she spins, they will be exposed to its effect. Light exposure is curable. Heavy exposure renders a person insane for the rest of their lives. Oh, she also bites too. Bad spider witch. So, what does the robot feed her, I hear you ask? Well, apparently, she's most cooperative after consuming the young flesh of a child. A few things to unpack here. Where are the SCP Foundation getting the child flesh from? Are they grave robbing? Do they have a deal with a hospital? Or are they snatching babies? If so, then obviously this needs to be stopped, but it isn't like we can go up against the SCP Foundation. They literally have the world's worst horrors under lock and key, so I'm not sure we can do much moral lobbying here. Why? Why don't the SCP Foundation kill 352? Sounds like she is better off dead, right? Well, it's a good question. For one, they actually can't. SCP-352 has been noted to reassemble even when decapitated, and two, they keep it alive to study the enzyme she produces. Perhaps her poison can be used to harness greater good, or, let's face it, probably a weapon in warfare. What if the SCP Foundation could generate a euphoric drug from the enzyme? They could become billionaires millionaires. Or maybe they could create a good painkiller. The possibilities are, well, not endless, but definitely plentiful. So the Foundation appears to have a reasonable handle on the whole situation. But what if the Foundation was taken down and old BABA V escaped? Well, she is just one wee tiny Russian lady, and yes, she can kill, but I think the issue would be the other host of nasties unleashed from the Foundation's crumbling walls. If it was just her though, she doesn't seem to like busy places, so maybe it'd be alright in a city. She likes to live alone in the woods, picking off locals in remote towns slowly, so maybe just pack your bags and live that skyscraper dream, or at least don't venture into the woods alone. Just generally good advice, right? If you do venture into the woods alone, then maybe take a spare baby as a sacrifice. I'm just joking. Please don't do that. I've also got a little query about the robots. What if the robots, as predicted, turn against us in the future and use SCPs to help fight their battle? What if the SCP and robots destroy the world together? Oof, honestly, I think we've just entered new video territory. One final little query though, like, how do we know that she isn't real? The SCP herself is often called after the legend Baba Yaga, which is a separate Russian fairy tale about an old lady who lives in a forest who exudes malevolence. The etymology of Yaga means horror, shudder, chill, witch, evil woman, or in Old Slavic, disease and illness. Sound familiar? Hags appear across folklore. Think too on fairy tales like Hansel and Gretel. Is there not a witch that lives deep in the woods that tries to eat them? Where did the Ghostbusters Spider Witch come from? What if these legends, like many do, have their roots in a real entity? An entity like SCP-352. What if real 72-year-old Russian serial killer Tamara Mitrofanova is SCP-352? In which case, those incarcerated with her in St. Petersburg had better watch out. Ultimately though, I don't think you should worry. The SCP Foundation isn't real, and if it is, then they're doing a stellar job of making sure the world doesn't stop turning, and well, even if the world does end at the hands of a nasty like 352, the Foundation has SCP-2935, a backup Earth that we could all just hop on over to. Wow, convenient. Solved, right? So guys, let me throw this open to you. What would you do if SCP-352 is real? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Also, do let me know how you think she's killed. Don't forget to let me know what scares you the most and include a few old lady emojis just because the lols. Do you like this video? Share it with a friend. And before I go, I'm gonna be reading some comments from What If Fortnite Got Banned. What a question, what a day. Jupiter Space said, playing crab rave music. Fortnite is gone. Crab rave is our favourite rave, so good, glad you picked up on that. You can't see me right now, but I'm pincering like I'm at a crab rave. You're just gonna have to use the power of your imagination there, but I promise you, it's happening. The PGW Slice said, this would be the best thing that happened to humanity so far. I have nothing to say to that other than sigh. Tamin Obide said, hey Rebecca, I've been a fan since 200k and I love all of the topics you talk about. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, and you guys can keep up the good work by leaving a thumbs up on this video. It really does inspire us to create more. For now, I'm your host Rebecca Felgate. I'll catch you in the next video, but until then, please do stay curious, stay alert, and never ever stop questioning.